Hi, I'm Neil Sackmary.
Hi, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division, PEIO. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Trooper Talk.
And together, we can make a difference. Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of Trooper Talk. We have some special guests today. I always say that, but this time it's really cool. Trooper Hagstrom is here. He's been working diligently to always bring in great guests.
Absolutely.
We have someone that is here that hasn't been here for a few weeks, and then we have a really special guest. So please introduce yourself and tell us what you do for Nevada State Police.
Absolutely. So I'm Trooper Villanueva with Nevada State Police. I am the sworn recruiter for Southern Command or Region 1. My job is to recruit people to come join us on the police force, not only sworn officers, but admin assistants as well as dispatchers.
And the lady that's in the middle, normally I would say please introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do, but I'm going to leave that to you.
Sure.
Because you called her by a special name.
Correct.
Right? And what is that special name and who is this lady?
This is Mama Villanueva. This is my mom. This is the woman that has raised me to be the person that I am today, and I credit a lot of the stuff that I do today because of her and my dad.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So please introduce yourself and tell us what it is that you do for the Nevada State Police.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Villanueva, Trooper Villanueva's mother. I work for the state as a parole and probation specialist at the Southern Command office.
Kind of behind the scenes. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
they
no,
see
no,
the
what-
officers,
100%.
but they don't see them at the offices, what they do.
Right.
And there's a lot
Absolutely.
more to just being on probation and being supervised by an officer, and they're mean and they're this, and there's a lot more to it. It's not just being, admonished or an officer getting upset at you or just watching it. There's a lot more to that.
It's always
There's a
two
lot more
sides
to
of the
that.
story.
There's
Right,
always
correct.
two
Absolutely.
sides to the story.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, you get it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
See, that's where we get our good recruiting, see?
I want to touch back on something.
Yes, sure, and then I'll get to your son.
Sure, absolutely.
Keep
Go ahead.
talking, man.
Go ahead.
No, keep
Mentioned,
talking. Yes, you keep telling.
Yesterday they asked me if I wanted to come and
Yes.
be on the show, and I first thought that Sergeant Clifton was on the phone with my son.
Yeah.
So of course I would love to be on the show,
Right.
because I thought Louis is
Right.
Trooper Villanueva is Louis and me, was on the other side of the phone.
Yes.
So I was like, yes, of course. I was all excited about it, and I'm just as excited. But
understand.
I didn't understand there was somebody else on the other side of the phone. So they were very worried, that about me coming, about his reaction, but I didn't understand why. But everybody kept saying that you were going to be embarrassed, but I'm like, why would he be embarrassed?
Absolutely.
Oh, you wouldn't be
not.
embarrassed.
No.
He loves you.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
thing
Yeah.
is, let me tell you something, okay? The brotherhood and sisterhood and all that. But the thing is that you are looking for good people.
Right.
And you are willing to go out of your way on a day that maybe that not doing training or whatever to help someone when it comes to the physical test.
Right.
And these type of things. So touch on just these type of things on a quick basis, and then we'll get to some pictures.
Sure. So yeah, we're always accepting lateral officers from outside states, from in the state, from local municipalities. We will take anybody, and we'll match to your years of service that you've served with your other department. We do take critical fields, so if you are retired, we have positions with the state that you can come in and do some clerical work, admin work. And help us out on the backside of things, like Trooper Hagstrom was saying. We are always looking for people that want to make a change or want to make a difference in somebody's life. It doesn't have to be every single day, but at least you're trying to go out there and help. We're looking for the best, because I think Nevada State Police is the best. Actually, I don't think, I know Nevada State Police is the best, and we have the best officers and troopers that are out there on the road every single day, and we always do what we can to help the public. So we're always looking for somebody, and we will train you to do the police side of work, but we're just looking for genuine people that are willing to go out there and help somebody.
And when is the next recruiting thing?
Our next actual recruiting event will be the Aviation Nation at Nellis Air Force Base. That's the first weekend of April. I don't know the exact dates. I think it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah, it's going to be on the 5th.
I'm sorry, the 5th.
Saturday.
Yeah, the
I'll
Saturday.
be there to
Yeah,
recruit
Trooper
there.
Hagstrom will be there. I
perfect.
unfortunately will not be able to make it. I'm out of town that weekend.
We used to just talk, and it was fantastic. But
Okay.
then now we added pictures on here.
Okay.
And so Trooper Hagstrom, I don't look at the pictures, and we have a lot of pictures, so we'll talk quickly because we want to get through them all.
Oh, okay.
Ruta Elementary School during Career Day.
Me and Sergeant Clifton, he's with PMP. I always try to get Highway Patrol and maybe PMP to go to some of these events because these children are very impressionable at that age. And you want them to know that the police are always there to help them. We always go over, hey, what number do you call? And then kind of tell them what we do, and we make it exciting for them. So, and then at the end, you know, we got little coloring pages we give them, and you can never beat the stickers. The kids love stickers, you know what I mean? So, but they really enjoy the police coming out and visit, and there's so many kids at that age that want to be police officers, you know what I mean? And I always tell them, hey, throughout your life, you're probably going to change your jobs or you're going to find something. But I always tell them, hey, find something that you love to do. You know, find that job that you want. You don't want to have a job where you show up and you're miserable and you're just doing it for money or whatever. Find that job that you really love. And these kids really have a lot of questions, and it's great. And kids they have no filters. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're like, yeah, my dad was arrested, or you know what I mean, or they'll tell you a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Kids don't have filters, but I enjoy going and meeting all the kids and the teachers out there and promoting our public safety and letting them know what we do in the Valley and that they can always rely on us, because it takes all of us as a society to make it a good place to live here in the Valley.
Ah, here it is.
Yes.
Yes. So, you were going to tell us about it, the beautiful car and how shiny it was.
Yeah.
Nice and polished.
Actually, this is Broadcheck's car. This is like
Yes.
an older photo, but
Yes,
yeah,
tell me what the
Aviation
situation-
Nation's coming up. I believe it's April 5th on a Saturday. We're going to have a booth out there. We're going to be doing recruiting and talking to individuals. They literally have thousands of people
Right,
attending
yeah.
the air
There's a
show.
lot
It's a
of
great
people.
air show. It's free. There'll be later on. They're going to put more information about the parking, but they'll bring buses. You can bring your family in and watch the air show and look at all these planes that are on display at Nellis Air Force Base. So at the end of every show, we're gonna start putting this on until we get to that event. So because we'd love to talk to everybody and see everybody come out. And it's an exciting event for family, just a fun-filled day at Nellis Air Force Base. And how many times you really get to go on an Air Force base?
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? So
And I was going to touch on to ask you, and well, I mean, I can ask you, but the military, right? So they do that 6-month,
Skillbridge.
Skillbridge,
right?
Correct.
That's for any military, right?
Branch,
So,
yes.
So what I'm saying is, so somebody could be in the Air Force who's looking to get out,
Right.
and they could want to join the Nevada State Police,
Correct.
and they can use that. Explain to us what that is, because not a lot of people understand.
So the best way that I can explain it, it's an internship with Nevada State Police. So they are still in the military, Air Force, Marine, Navy, whatever branch that they're in. However, they're on their last 6 months, we'll say, of their tour. The Air Force or whatever branch will allow you to go and intern with us, and the military will pay your salary. We don't pay you until you're completely out of the Air Force or whatever military it is that you're a part of, and you get to come out. You can work in the office prior to starting an academy. You can work in the garage at NHP and putting our vehicles together, understanding how our equipment works. And then even if you're still in the internship through Skillbridge, you can attend the academy as long as your tour is up by the time you graduate your academy. You can do the academy while you're doing the Skillbridge internship. So the military will pay for you to come and work for us and essentially learn the job before you're even out of the military.
You do not have a maximum age, you have a minimum age.
Correct. Yeah.
And so someone could have been in the military for 25 years and they're 52 or 55 years old, and they say, well, I don't want to retire, but I'm sort of out of this area, and so I want to do something else, and then they can receive, if they work long enough, a pension from the Nevada State Police, right?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. We do not have a max age requirement. So if as long as you're able to pass the physical testing that we have to do to get into the academy, and as long as you're able to keep up with the physical testing that goes throughout the academy, you are more than welcome to join us.
Let's face this camera right here, and then we're going to wave goodbye, okay? All right, see you
Bye.
later.
Thanks, guys.
See you.